Hey, what's the deal, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Honey. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. Hey, you guys, it's your girl, Miss Honey, here to do Real Housewives of Potomac review. Season 4, episode 5-ish, I think. This episode is called The Big Easy Showdown. I have recorded this video, I'm sure, 7 times. Like, when it rains, it pours, you guys. But let's get into this. Before we get started really good, I want to welcome all my new subscribers. You guys, it means so much that you trust me with your entertainment, your TV reviews, and the like. I say welcome, welcome, welcome. Take off your shoes, make yourself comfortable. We are glad to have you. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that notification bell, which is right next to the subscription bell. Hit that subscription and then that notification bell, and then hit that thumbs up, because that thumbs up is like saying, hey, Miss Honey. Okay, hey, Miss Honey. And of course, let's banter about this episode down below. Shout out to everybody who got me straight about Monique's son's age. I was a little confused, as y'all know I don't have children, so I was like, I don't know, he's a big boy to be in the bathtub. But y'all got me straight on that, and that's why we love the banter down below. So let's get into this video now for the 8th time. I think we can get it this time. Let's do it though. The episode opens where it leaves off, and that is Karen's wig is walking her outside. And when Karen gets outside, her wig tries to comfort her, but it just agitates her a little bit more. So Candice came out to comfort her, and that seems to calm her down a little bit. And in all seriousness, I feel like the way what Gizelle said and the way she said it caught Karen off guard. I really do feel that way. I feel like she wasn't expecting that from Karen. And see, what we have to realize too is that this season 4 Karen is not season 1 Karen. Season 1 Karen was the Grande Dame, okay? And the Grande Dame did not take no ish, okay? The Grande Dame would have looked at Gizelle at that dinner table and gathered her all the way up, okay? Gathered her, darling. This Karen that we're seeing, Karen is in more of a weakened state. She has had financial issues with taxes. She's had some logistical issues, you know, moving in the middle of the night, as it were. She's not in Potomac anymore. Her husband has gone from being the black Bill Gates in her eyes to, you know what I'm saying, able to keep it, making deals with the IRS so he can keep his pants. It's apparent she's got a lot on her mind. Her mom had Alzheimer's before she passed. And when people have Alzheimer's, that's a type of death in itself. The physical body is there, but the person as you know them leaves. Little by little, drip by drip every day. She's already had that period of mourning. And then physically for her mom to transition on, there is that bit of mourning. And then some months later, her father passes away. I take issue with people saying that she is using it as an excuse. Until you have lost someone close to you, a parental unit, you just won't know. You won't know. And thank goodness I haven't had that experience, and I'm grateful to God for that. But I know losing one of my parents would be a blow to my family, to me and my family. But losing both of my parents in a very short period of time would be devastating. It would level our family. It really, really would. Okay? Because we wouldn't have anybody left if both of them passed on. You know what I mean? And I can understand. Now, I'm glad she came to New Orleans, because that's the getaway. That's the opportunity, excuse me, you guys, to have fun and blow off some steam. I completely understand her not wanting to party, especially after they had come back from the plantation, and that was such an experience. In that it was such a moving, in your face, touching experience of what our ancestors went through. what they survived. And so I'm sure also seeing Gizelle's dad, who's 80 years old, it was going to be his 80th birthday. And he's great cognitively and physically. He's doing good. And, you know, just that to be with someone else's father, right? Like, I could get it. I get it. I understand. It just blows me away that people would think that she's using that as an excuse. I'm sure she is devastated from the loss of her dad and her mom some few months earlier. You know what I mean? Like, she got her good days and she got her bad days. You know, it come and it go. Real friends will ride that wave with you. And it's kind of like Candice was saying. Allow her to have her moment, but don't challenge her. And don't challenge her when she has these times. So, anyway, she comes. I know y'all can tell I'm coming down with something. But, Karen in her wig comes back in, and she kind of gives Gizelle the soft underbelly. You know, she just basically says, you saw it this way, I saw it that way, tomato, tomato, let's call the whole thing off. She just made it sort of a wash. And Gizelle seemed stunned that she didn't want to go back and forth and keep the argument going with her. She seemed stunned that her moment of aggression didn't work. Honestly, for you to do something good and kind for Karen and then turn that thing back around and weaponize it and shank that girl and then still don't understand why she don't call you her friend, it's beyond me. Now you just playing dodo, Gizelle. Now you just playing dodo. But Karen go outside. She's there at the table controlling the narrative with the other dodo birds. Okay? Now Gizelle not a dodo, but she playing dodo. But Katie and Ashley and Robyn are dodos. Robyn's trying to explain what Gizelle was very clear. Robyn, we don't need you to reiterate. We don't need you to clear anything up. First of all, this conversation happened 2 days ago. You just late for it. You late for everything. Shut up, Robyn. Be quiet. Later on when Candice go to the room with Katie and Gizelle, and they sitting there talking, and she talking out of school. First of all, I felt like she was kind of on the fence about supporting Karen. She was acting like she understood what Gizelle and Katie was saying, but at the same time, she acted like she wanted to defend Karen. Okay, I see you playing both sides of it. That's fine. Whatever you want to do, Candice, but this is the same attitude that's keeping you ensnared with your mama. But we gonna get on that. And, then she does the hand, she loves that pageant hand. She was like, well, maybe what we can do is to support her in the moment and allow her to have these moments and not maybe challenge her. Don't challenge her as much as you are challenging her. And Gizelle acts like, oh, what? Revolutionary. This is wild. You raising girls. You raising daughters. You was a pastor's wife. You done wrote a whole book and started a business. But Candice sits down and opens your eyes to the marvelous light of how you supposed to treat a friend. Gizelle, if you don't go to hell, if you don't go all the way to hell, that's all I got to say about her. She also, Candice, decides that she gonna spill a little bit more tea since the girls seem they like her, and and says that she don't believe that Ashley is trying to get pregnant because she drinking too much. First of all, you're naive and you're dumb. Most babies were conceived after a card party, or during a card party, or a game of bones. That's dominoes, if those of you all don't know what bones are. You know what I'm saying? A fish fry, a cookout, a juke joint, a house party. That's half the world was populated from extremely drunk settings. And I ain't talking about just the egg was drunk. The sperm was drunk too. Okay? It's nonsense. But we all know Candice is naive. We know that Candice is inexperienced. If she had any experience or wherewithal, she could have said what she wanted to say it, but did it more eloquently. I mean, she's got to drop some tea. She's got to keep it salacious. And Ashley is as good a target as any. But for you to act all dumbfounded when Gizelle goes back and just says it out loud in front of the group, with Candice say that she don't think that you trying to get pregnant because you drinking too much. First of all, you should have already known that was going to happen. That just shows how naive you are, one. And two, you should have been ready. You should have been ready with your answer. The moment you said that in front of mixed company and was not able to control the retelling of that, you should have had your excuse ready. Anyway, we're going to talk about them. While we on Candice, let's talk about Candice and her mama. Apparently, Candice's mom being a therapist was a real piece of work while she was growing up. She tells about how her mama called her a dumbass bitch and hung up on her. Katie tells her, well, you ought to call your mama a bitch back to her face and hang up in her face. First of all, Katie, okay? If you just come just outside the trailer park of your mind, okay, and stop being so white trash. Really. I don't mean to offend nobody, but she got some real white trash ways. That girl going wild scene where she done pop her measly titties out. I would never have exposed those breasts. Never. That would have been me and the Lord's secret. Okay? And whoever I slept with. Okay? I just don't get it. I don't understand why you would let these girls play you out like this, but obviously you need the money. Anyway, so she talks to her mom, and her mom is apparently telling her from the time she was a child at the dinner table that she was bipolar, and she just doesn't know how to talk to her mom about it, how to garner respect from her mother. Well, the reason why you're not going to get respect from your mom is because you still need her. You're still up in her face begging for it. Let me tell you something. A good snub. You can still be respectful to your parents. Give them a good snub. I think people underestimate snubbing. All right? What a good snub is, that don't mean like you do a person you don't care for at a party where you act like you don't see them and you go on about your business. Let me tell you how you snub your parents. And let them know you bothered. You're not entertaining it. You're not being disrespectful, but I'm not entertaining it. That's when they call you, say, hello. I'm good. How you doing? Good. What's up? No, I can't go to dinner. I've got some things I got to do, some running around I got to do. You guys go ahead and have a good time. Every time you ask me, no, I can't come over. I'm going out. I'm not, I'm fine when I talk to you. I'm doing good. You doing good. The whole nine. But snubber under the ground. Snubber. And take your Bravo money and you and Chris go get y'all a meager apartment. And do like every other new couple do. And save your money until you can afford a place. Or take your Bravo money and buy this place back. Buy your mama out of this house. But get from under your mama. Get from under your mama financially. Don't ask her for nothing else. And snub her down. Don't be disrespectful. You're just not jovial, talkative, sharing, excited Candice. I'm telling you, your mama will pay attention. She will pay attention, and she gonna flop around a little bit like a fish out of water. She gonna try to pull them purse strings on you, which is why you have to go ahead and get out from underneath her in that house before you snub her. And that's how you do it in a nutshell. Ba-doom. Okay, she gonna want to talk to you. She gonna want to try to figure it out because she knows at this point she has really gone too far, and you don't really want to deal with her no more. But you can do it the way you doing it too. You can do it the way you doing it too. Let's talk about Monique. Monique's having a rainbow baby. When I heard the story behind that name, I just thought that's really nice. It's really fitting. It's a good way to come out of this really stormy, rocky period, this tragedy that happened from losing a baby and moving into this place of hope and promise with a new baby. And so basically that's what a rainbow baby is. After a woman has had a miscarriage, the first baby that she carries to term after that is called a rainbow baby. You know what I'm saying? It's the rainbow after the storm. I think it's a good opportunity to celebrate life and to heal and have closure from the miscarriage. She's going to have all of her family and all of Chris's family up, which is going to be an adventure because Chris's mom is a trip. I don't know if she still is. But that first season that Monique was on, that mom is a real piece of work. So that's that. Apparently Robyn is mixed up, mixed in, and mixed race. She almost seems like she has a little bit of embarrassment about having, I think she knew. She had to know she had European, Caucasian, Caucasoid in her DNA. She had to know that. It's no way if you got parents and you having conversations with parents and grandparents and stuff and you don't know that there's some white people in your family. Like, come on. Anyway, she seems very ashamed of it. Apparently, they reference back the conversation that she and Katie had. That first season, I think, when Katie was like, you don't get to look like all of this and not have some white in you. Katie was trying to get her to celebrate that. Like, girl, you ain't got to be black if you don't want to be. You look more white than me. And I'm mixed. Like, I'm real mixed up. But Robyn wasn't seeing it that way. Robyn kind of felt like, no, I'm black. I'm black. Do not try to pull my black card. Do not try to take damn bit of credit off my black card credit limit. Do not do that. So I thought that was a great conversation. If the conversation was had by someone with a little bit more depth in storyline, in just overall personality, it would have been a really great conversation. But Robyn just don't have it all. She just don't have it all. She's not just late. She's kind of delayed. Anybody who celebrates their husband mediocrity because he will open the door for her, and let maintenance men in. Excuse me, you guys. I mean, she's delayed. She's not just late. She delayed. Anyway, so that's Robyn. So the ladies go out. Karen doesn't want to go out. Gizelle is still harassing her about not going out. It's whatever. By this time, I'm convinced more than ever when Gizelle is harassing Karen online, I'm convinced now more than ever that she's bullying Karen. Sorry. She like I said, she's treating Karen like her whipping boy. Point blank, period. Well, they go out and drink. And drink. They come back in. They drink, shots. That's how Katie's titties popped out. Because Gizelle was throwing beads at all the ladies. And Katie was more than willing to take beads for her self-respect. And Gizelle just says out of the blue when Ashley's having a conversation. Gizelle says, well, Candice don't think you want to have a baby because you drink it so much. And when Ashley first heard it, she was like, what? You think that? It was almost like she wasn't taking it in that way, but she really pumped and built herself up into that 60, 0 to 60. Now, it didn't help that Karen's excuses for why she said what she said was lame. It didn't help that all the ladies thought that what Karen was saying was dumb as hell. Because everybody knows that it's more babies in this world that was born from card parties, dominoes parties, fish fries, jug joints, barbecues, house party. You know what I'm saying? Like full on. Outside of the club, in this club, in this club, I mean, come on. Drinking and accidental pregnancies go hand in hand. Everybody knows that. So maybe that attributed to Ashley, but she escalated to this point where she was like, "You're making fun of my miscarriage? Who does that?" I was just like, who insinuates that their friend who they had drinks with is a drunk, was driving drunk? Who insinuates that Karen doesn't really live in that house, that she is living in an apartment? Who did that? Who did that? Who insinuated or instigated the whole conversation about Robyn that first season and their finances, them being broke? That was you, Ashley. That was you, Ashley. So you go ahead and sit down and open wide and take this medicine. Somebody is dragging you. And really, she dragging you light. Like she giving you a diet drag. Because this girl could really drag you. Especially about your sexually ambiguous husband, who I feel like likes to be choked out while dressed as a Muppet baby. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Y'all tell me what you think. Y'all put it down below. How do y'all feel about this thing about Karen using her grief as an excuse? How do you guys feel about the conversation that Candice is having with all of her friends about how poorly her mom treated her as a therapist, how mentally aggressive she was as a mom? She's almost like she's saying that her mom was mentally abusive to her. How do you guys feel about that? What do you guys think? And of course, what do you guys think about this whole Ashley Candice situation? Like, I definitely wouldn't call that a showdown. I feel like Candice didn't have a leg to stand on, which is why that conversation went where it went. Candice is good at reading, but because it was such a stupid misnomer that she was espousing, that it just fell flat. It fell flat. It would almost have been better for her to have brought up Michael. She had more of a leg to stand on with that conversation than this whole drinking thing. And Ashley does drink like a fish. She drinks. Her and Michael both are heavy drinkers. Heavy drinkers. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. If she luck up on a little drunk sperm and her egg is drunk and everybody drunk and got their guard down, she might end up pregnant, which turns out she is right now. So y'all tell me what you think and put it down below. And until next time, honeybees, mwah, 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 I'll holla.